Hello boys and girls, today we are going to make scratch art. So you need a piece of paper. It does not matter what shape or size. Make sure your name is on that piece of paper. Probably better towards the middle than the edges because the paint might get all over. And then you're gonna flip it over and you're gonna color it in. You can use crayons or oil pastels. Oil pastels work a little bit better if they're falling out of their container. Take the scraps off and throw it in the garbage. So you can color this however you want to. You want to make sure you're filling in the whole entire space. You should not see any of that white space, so that white space there should not be seen. You are not drawing a specific picture, you are just coloring it in. So color in the whole paper. Okay, I have it all colored in. Now I'm gonna tap it to get that extra oil pastel off of there. If you want to, you can wipe it off, but if you do wipe it off, one, it's gonna be a mess on your fingers, and two, you might smear colors in an area where you don't want it to be. So once that is done, you are going to get some paint and a paintbrush, and you are gonna coat this whole thing with paint, going in one direction. So I'm just taking my paintbrush and going across, covering this whole paper. Try not to move it like I just did, because now you can see it smeared the paint and it'll be on the back. Also, when we take this over to the drying rack, we are gonna take the whole thing, including the mat, to the drying rack. So if you're moving this around and I put this up here on top of that wet paint, it's gonna be glued there when I pull it off, and it may or may not rip. It is okay if your color shows through a little bit like it is for mine, but you wanna cover most of the color. You shouldn't have glops of paint on there. If you do, you should spread them out a little. And then you're gonna take this over to the drying rack because it is now done. Have fun.